Imagine a friend group outing where someone makes a sharp joke at your expense, or a colleague interrupts you just to see you squirm. Your pulse quickens. You feel an urgent physical pressure to explain your side, defend your character, or find the perfect witty comeback to shut them down. We are often told that silence is a sign of submission, and that the only way to protect a boundary is to loudly announce where it stands. However, in a conflict with a manipulator, every word you spend trying to fix the situation actually provides them with exactly what they want. This is the mechanic of rage baiting, a tactic where a person deliberately insults you to see if you can be emotionally compromised. They aren't looking for a logical resolution. They are looking for the hit of dopamine that comes from seeing you lose your composure. When you shout to defend your value, you are essentially handing over your emotional energy to the person who just attacked it. Your brain treats a social insult like a lethal physical threat, the amygdala hijack. Blood redirects away from your head, down your spine. This drains the prefrontal cortex, meaning you physically lack the processing power to formulate a clever retort. Your biological instinct to fight back is actually a trap that prevents you from thinking clearly enough to win. The most effective counter-strategy is to bypass this biology entirely by becoming as flat and uninteresting as a pebble on the ground, a technique known as the Gray Rock method. This isn't just a social tip, it is a direct application of operant conditioning. B.F. Skinner proved behavior is shaped by consequences. If a behavior produces a reward, it is repeated. If it fails, it stops. This is behavioral extinction. When a manipulator realizes their insults no longer produce the emotional reaction they crave, they eventually lose interest and move on. Victory isn't about out-arguing them. It's about the mechanical process of starving their reward loop. To start this process, you have to become intentionally difficult to read. This means giving brief, non-committal answers and revealing nothing about your internal feelings or your schedule. Manipulators need information to build leverage. By hiding your vulnerabilities, you remove the ammunition they require to keep you engaged. When you are directly insulted, do not defend yourself. Simply turn your body toward them and stare in silence. Refuse to fill the air with justifications. Let their rude comment hang unresolved between you. This shifts the social pressure. By remaining calm, you force the aggressor to sit in the awkwardness of their own behavior. If you must set a limit, state it clearly exactly once. Do not apologize or explain why the boundary exists. If they test that limit, respond with immediate action. Leave the room or end the call without a second announcement. These quiet actions render a manipulator's toolkit useless, leaving them with no way to gain traction. Over time, you begin to quietly reorganize your life to minimize their access to you entirely. Deprived of both emotional reactions and contact, the manipulator will typically fade away to find an easier target. A silent response is frequently misread as a freeze response or a lack of courage. In psychology, this state is called cognitive sovereignty, where your internal environment remains unswayed by the chaos around you. True strength isn't found in the volume of your defense, but in the refusal to let others dictate your emotional state.